Hello friends, it is almost time to go to the barn and I'm showing you what sunscreens skincare works for the barn. Now, take this with a grain of salt because I'm leaving after work. I already had my skincare in the morning. I had sunscreen on, I had makeup on, and then I washed this part of my face. I didn't take my eye makeup off because there's no need to, but I tend to do this because I don't know, sometimes I wear like a mineral sunscreen or a non-waterproof sunscreen during the day, and then I need something a little bit more hardy, heavy duty for the barn. Now, it's also October, so we're getting into the cooler months. I'm not sweating as much, but I still always wear a waterproof sunscreen regardless because I do sweat, and I sweat a lot. So this video obviously is talking about me riding horses, but you could apply it to any activity, especially if you're outside and sweating and in the sun. So just wanted to keep that in mind. But today I'm going to be sharing with you the sunscreens that I use for this kind of thing. And then I'm going to take you out and we're going to go for a ride. It's a flat lesson day, so I have my new Ray-Ban Meta glasses. I'm hoping they work. Even if they have like a little bit of the helmet in the shot, I think it's gonna be okay. But anyway, let's jump into the video because I wanna get going. Okay, so let's talk through kind of like my more normal sunscreens, which I would probably wear more in the colder winter months because again, like I said, I'm not sweating as much. So I'm probably gonna wear one of these two today. This is the 𝐬𝐵𝐼𝐴 La Roche-Posay and Thelios 𝐬𝐵𝐼𝐴. I've talked about this for years. This is only available in Europe because it has the UVA or the 𝐬𝐵𝐼𝐴 filter. But this one actually targets UVA rays, like a different wavelength than a lot of other UVA, UVB sunscreens. So this is super high protection. It is waterproof. I never knew that for the first year or two. It is waterproof, but I always shower afterwards, so I'm not really that concerned. This is probably what I'm gonna wear, but it's between this La Roche-Posay and then the Supergoop Unseen sunscreen. Now the reason I like this, it is water resistant, 40 minutes. Not the longest water resistance time, but I'm going out, my lesson's at like 6 o'clock at night and it gets dark already at like 7. So I'm not gonna be in the sun that much. And like I said, I'm not gonna be sweating that much, but this one is completely matte, which I like because I'm not trying to like win some beauty award for like the glowiest skin while I'm riding. I think it actually looks weird. So I like that the fact that this will mattify everything, but it's still very comfortable. And it, like I said, water resistant. So these are two very good options for just kind of like every day where you don't feel like you need super high protection. Okay, now I'm gonna go to two options in America that are very affordable, easy to get at the drugstore, and I think are really good options. So the first one we have, you probably heard about this. This is the Banana Boat Light as Air. This is a spectacular sunscreen. It is truly weightless. It's a very good one for your whole body. And I would say most people probably, well, I wouldn't say most. If you have more sensitive skin, and even my skin sometimes gets a little like weird when I put it on my face with this one, but if you know yourself and you know your face is too sensitive, don't try this on your face. Just use it as a body sunscreen. But regardless, it's a wonderful sunscreen. It's so easy to apply. It absorbs quickly. It's not greasy. It has like a little bit of a finish to it, so it's not completely matte, but it's not too glowy where you look like a disco ball. And it's high protection, SPF 50, and it's also, I think, like 10 bucks, maybe even less than that. You can get it on Amazon, but I really recommend trying to get it at the drugstore, like in person, because Amazon is just not, the reputation for getting sunscreens there is not great. So I don't trust it. I never buy sunscreens from Amazon anymore. And then the other option is this Copper Tone Complete Face 45. This one is for your face. This one has not irritated my skin at all, so I think this one's okay. This one does not have a scent. I can't remember. I think this one smells like, yeah, like banana boat. You know, like boaty, coconutty. But this Copper Tone one does not have a scent, and it is more matte. So I love this one in the summertime. This is kind of my go-to. It is water resistant, I think 40 minutes. So not the longest time, but also has done a great job protecting me. And I'm not like, if I'm gonna be out in the sun all day, I would reapply. But when I go out for my hour lesson and I sweat, I'm usually okay because I'm not out for more than 4 hours. So these two are great options, very affordable, as opposed to like my Supergoop, which I think is $46. And this one's getting up there in price. So these would be my 2 affordable options. Now, my next 2 options are sadly not very readily available in America. These are the 𝐬𝐮𝐬𝐫𝐞 sunscreens. They are from Sweden and they have remarkable high protection and they are water resistant, or water, yeah. I always think to myself, don't say waterproof because nothing's waterproof, but water resistant. And they are water resistant, I think it's 8 hours. But also the protection is for 8 hours. So if you're gonna be outside all day, like if I'm going to a horse show, I'm wearing one of these. Now, this one in the blue packaging is the sport one. So this one, it doesn't say that, but this one is high protection. It does get a little tacky and sticky, like it doesn't really ever settle. Not to say that like it moves around, but it just kind of feels like tacky. Whereas this one, this is the Daily Defense. I would say this one is a better option if maybe you're gonna be like doing stuff and you really care. But when I wear both of these, what I do is I put on, you're supposed to do like a little golf ball size of the foam, spread it in your hands and then apply to your face. I always just powder. I put a translucent powder all over. It takes the tackiness away, doesn't put any coverage on. I'm not like putting makeup on, but I find that that is a really good option if I know I'm just gonna feel too tacky and sticky. But again, these are options for like, you don't care, you just need the highest protection. So again, I wear these in the summer quite often when I know I'm really gonna be out in the sun sweating and moving around a lot. So with all that said, I'm trying to decide which one to wear. I think we'll go with La Roche-Posay. So I'm gonna apply it and then I'm gonna take you guys to the barn. I don't have my 1/4 teaspoon in here. I don't know where it is. So I'm just gonna have to apply with my best judgment. Okay, it'll set down a little bit. It won't be as glowy, but it actually just looks like nice and healthy and glowy. And then I'm gonna get ready and then we're gonna head to the barn. So I'll see you there. All right, this is my outfit. These are my schooling breeches. They're Dover. They look just like the tailored sportsmen's. They're not as comfortable. We have a 𝐃𝐨𝐬𝐵 short sleeve, and then I have a puffer North Face jacket because it's gonna be warm and then it's gonna be cold and I might be cold the whole time. So we'll see if I ride with these because I don't know if it's gonna be like that bright out, but we shall see. Hi. Hi. No biting. So I'm going to do a voiceover, and this is actually from a few days later in my jumping lesson, and we've kind of gone back to the basics because I had a crisis of confidence a few weeks ago. I was just having really severe anxiety, and it was translating to my riding. It wasn't going well. So my trainer, being the smart woman that she is just taking things back. Like, we're just trotting some jumps, no cantering jumps, because I tend to get a little pulley with him. He's such a big horse. He's 18 hands. So just coming in really relaxed and going over small jumps to kind of get my confidence back. And I will say, just like any other sport, confidence is key. especially when you're riding a horse, because I mean, Monty is 18 hands, he's massive. So if you don't have confidence, doesn't matter how good you are, your riding suffers. So this lesson was just a really beneficial lesson for me, and I felt so good afterward. He was so happy. Like, he just looks relaxed and happy, and it just felt good again to ride like I know I can. So as you see, we trot the jumps and then usually canter after and then come back to the trot. And like I said, these are tiny, tiny jumps. He's an 18-hand horse, so he could just step over them, and has at times. But the whole goal was, again, confidence and just being loose and supple and relaxed. So this one, we go from the right lead, and then he gets the lead change in the corner, which is our stickier lead. Not every horse, but a lot of horses just have kind of like one weak side, and his is definitely his left. We had a lot of issues with the left lead when I first started riding him. And so we're at a really good point, and we're getting the lead changes. At this point, he's starting to pull me down. He wants to stop, but we had one more jump to go through. So then he sees his friends over in the corner. There's a lot going on. But this last jump came up really nicely, and we ended the lesson on a really good note. So definitely give me a big ol' like for this video, and hopefully give me some comments about what you like to see, even if you don't ride, if you enjoyed this video, because Monty's a good boy and he got the lead change again. So give it a like for Monty, if nothing else. All right, guys, thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.